Hello gamers, welcome to Video Time with Mike and Tifa. I'm Mike.
And I'm Tifa, and today we're going to talk to you about our favorite dice game, Roll Through the Ages.
That's right, our friends over at Team Hypercube have started the Game of the Month project, where each month they're going to talk about different kinds of games, and this month they've chosen dice games.
Roll Through the Ages is a game from Griffin Games. It's for ages 8 and plus, which I think is about accurate, and we recommend it for 2 to 4 players, even though you can play it as one. The game takes 30 to 45 minutes, which is fairly quick, and we'll get more into that later. Roll Through the Ages is a fun strategy game that combines luck and skill. It's elements of resource management meeting dice rolling, so that's really where the luck comes in. Each die has 6 different options. You can get workers that will help you build cities and monuments. You can get food, which will help feed your cities. Goods, which help you build developments, coins, which also help you build developments, and then the horrible disaster symbol, which also gives you 2 goods, and we'll get a little more into that later, but basically the luck is, you don't know what you're going to end up with, and you get 3 rolls. You can keep things and, keep something and then decide to re-roll it again later, so kind of like Yahtzee in that sense. But the skill is that there's many different strategies that you can take and lots of different ways that you can divvy up your stuff.
Let's talk about some of the themes in this game.
So essentially in this game, you are a ruler of an empire. You are taking care of your cities. So the more cities you have, the harder it is to feed them. And on top of that, there are the horrible, briefly mentioned before, disasters. Disasters give you negative points, which really adds a challenging element to the game that's different than a lot of resource building games, because you can put some of your points and things into building developments, which will help you protect yourself against disasters, but in order to build those developments, that means you won't be able to build other ones, which help you in different ways. So the strategy of this game is deciding what's important to you. Is it most important to protect your cities and get the most food that you can? Is it important that you build monuments to try to get as many points as you can, knowing that that might bring you more negative points, even though you'll have a lot in one section of the game? And because of the different ways that you can get points, there's so many different ways you can play. And to this day, I still am not sure what the best strategy is, because I've seen at least 3 different ones win multiple times.
Let's talk about some of the reasons we actually like this game. As Tifa mentioned at the very beginning of this is one of our favorite dice games. Personally, I like this game because it's quick. We have a lot of board games and we go to a lot of parties with a lot of gamers that like to play games. And so sometimes you don't want to sit down and start a game of Arkham Horror that's going to take 4 to 5 hours. You can pull this out, roll some dice, be done in anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes.
Right, and it's really good for like the beginning of a party when you're still waiting for people to show up, and you have some friends who show up early, and it's like, okay, well, what are we going to do while we're waiting for the rest of the people? Yeah. This is a great game you can just pick up and play in half an hour, and, it's a good amount of time that even the latecomers should be there around the time it ends. So it's perfect for something like that. I really like the game because of the strategy. I'm a huge strategy gamer. I really like games like Puerto Rico and Agricola, even though that one's a little on the too much strategy for me. But those are the types of games that I really like. This falls into the category, but the luck is pretty frustrating for me because I'm used to other resource games that have less luck and they're literally every turn you just need to decide your strategy. Where here it's like, well, I just got 3 disasters, like that's awkward. Or you might get a whole bunch of food, which is like, all right, well, I guess I'm stockpiling for later. So, you can't completely decide your own fate, but that also means it's very unpredictable, which is interesting in a different way than those other games. In addition to that, it's neat that it's, like, very tactile. I like, it's very tactile. I like being able to, like, physically pick up the dice and roll them, and then, like, when you're getting goods, like, you're physically moving them, which is just kind of a nice benefit.
Yeah. So that's Roll Through the Ages, one of our favorite dice games. We wanted to say thank you to Team Hypercube for starting the Game of the Month project. Be sure to keep an eye out and subscribe to their channel so you can learn more about their upcoming Games of the Month. We'll link to them in the description below.
Yeah, and we would really like to see some of you also participate in their Game of the Month project.
Yeah, leave us a comment, tweet at us, let us know, and let us know what some of your favorite dice games are. And be sure to tag us and Team Hypercube. Until next time, happy gaming!